Hi everybody, it's me, Sailor Venus here, and today I'm going to be doing a review on Night of Champions. Night of Champions start out with the kickoff, pinning the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso, the primetime players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, versing Tons of Funk, Brodus Clay, and Tenzai, the real North Americans, Jack Flagger and Antonio Asaro, and Freeman bands Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre. And they were all fighting for the WWE a chance to face the Shield for WWE Tag Team Championships. This was a really good match between all of the tag teams involved. I really enjoyed this kickoff. Now I know some people are going to complain and say that these tag teams aren't like the tag teams from the past and that they were flammed together, blah blah blah, and that they aren't what tag teams used to be or something like that. But I still enjoyed this. In my opinion, I thought it was a really good match. At the end, you had the primetime players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, defeat Jimmy and Jay Uso, defeat Tons of Funk, Brodus Clay and Tenzai, defeat the real North Americans, Jack Flagger and Antonio Asaro, and defeat the Freeman band of Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre to win the number one contendership to the WWE Tag Team Championships. Then on to Night of Champions itself. Night of Champions was first Kofi Kingston versus Curtis Axel for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Now Paul Heyman had tried to get Triple H to change the match, or at least to at least cancel the match, but it didn't happen. And Curtis Axel ended up fighting himself in this match. This was a really good match between Kofi Kingston and Curtis Axel. There were a lot of false finishes in this match. That was a really enjoyable match between Kofi Kingston and Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel defeated Kofi Kingston and retained the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Next was Natalya Neidhart versus Naomi versus Brie Bella versus AJ Lee for the WWE Divas Heavyweight Championship. Now some people are going to complain and say that the Divas aren't like the Divas or the women wrestlers of yesterday and that they don't know how to wrestle, blah blah blah. Well, I really, regardless of their opinion, I really enjoyed this match. I felt all the women did a really good job in this match and I enjoyed watching it. Natalya Neidhart, at the end, AJ Lee defeats Natalya Neidhart, Naomi, Brie Bella, retain the WWE Divas Heavyweight Championship. Then we had Rob Van Dam versus Alberto Del Rio for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Really good match between Rob Van Dam and Alberto Del Rio. A lot of false finishes. They were very well together and I enjoyed this. Rob Van Dam defeats Alberto Del Rio by disqualification. And I really liked how Rob Van Dam did a Rob Van Dam into Alberto Del Rio after the match. So this was really good. Then it was The Miz versus Fandango, and this was a really good match between The Miz and Fandango. Really good match between them. I really enjoyed watching it. There were a lot of good moments in this match. The Miz defeats Fandango. Then after that, it was CM Punk versus Paulie Dangerously and Curtis Axel in a handicap match. No disqualifications was also added to it. This was a really good match. CM Punk did a very good job of Curtis Axel. And surprising, after CM Punk defeated Curtis Axel, he got his hands on Paulie Dangerously, and surprise, Ryback showed up. Everybody was surprised that Ryback would become the newest member of his stable. And at the end, Paulie Dangerously defeats CM Punk and his match, being handcuffed. At the end, next we had Dolph Ziggler versus Dean Ambrose for the WWE United States Championship. Really good match between Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose of the Shield. Really good match. I enjoyed this. Dean Ambrose defeats Dolph Ziggler and retains the WWE United States Championship. Next, it was the Primetime Players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil taking on the Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Really good tag team match between these. A lot of back and forth, a lot of false finishes. I enjoyed this match. And at the end, it was the Shield, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns defeating the Primetime Players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. Then you had Randy Orton had a segment earlier with Triple H saying that he couldn't win the match. I wonder why the Big Show was barred or why the Shield was barred from interfering. And Triple H told him, if you're as good as if we think you are, then it wouldn't be a problem. So it was a really good segment. And then it was Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. Really good match between these two. A lot of false finishes going on. There were a lot of moments where you thought Randy Orton was going to retain. A lot of moments we thought Daniel Bryan was going to win. At the end, Daniel Bryan wins and becomes a two-time WWE Heavyweight Champion. Oh, well, this was a really good pay-per-view. The segments were good, and so were the matches. Really good match here. I'm Sailor Venus, and I'll see you later.